isn't this marvellous? How you've grown, little miss. Do you remember Circe, the enchantress, still? Ah? Oh, no matter. Not the circumstances for small talk. Show me your palms. Wise to our ways as ever. Our Lady Hecate and I decided I had best relocate for a while and survey events as near the mountain of the gods as possible. Then tonight within my crystals, I saw you. Now, how may we make you better? Whilst I could turn you into almost anything, I think you're very nearly perfect as you are. I bid you make yourself at home, although I know you cannot stay for very long. Your palms? Oh, I ought to have some sort of salve, potion, or poultice here that suits you very well indeed. Do remember that we cannot change who we are, Poppet. Only what? Now then, your palms. Oh, how fortuitous that we have met again on an enchanting evening such as this. My existence here is quite a peaceful one. I highly recommend it once your warring is complete. There is no need for words whilst on the Isle of Aia, little miss. A look from you already says it all. I would invite you to stay for tea, yet know you have to hurry on your way. Some other circumstance. My piggies all were squealing with delight when I foretold you would be visiting again this eve. It's not so oft my piggies and I welcome visitors, as this little isle's practically impossible to find. You are welcome here and safe, little miss. Breathe deeply and relax your shoulders and your mind. We cannot change ourselves entirely, Poppet, but we can change our fortunes up a bit. Ha ha ha! My, but you are turning into such an enchanting young goddess night upon night. I'd not change a thing about you, Poppet, but I can. We'll make it temporary, just in case. The mountain of the gods is not so very far beyond. Let's make you ready for that brutal climb. To live is but to undergo a constant series of small transformations, little miss. Your thoughts and choices make you who you are. But I could make you something more. We all seek to find our true selves, yet the search is often long and difficult. So, let us go prepared. My little hut is just embarrassingly unpresentable. Not that anyone shall know other than me. Within my crystals I foresaw your voyaging this eve, and am so pleased you took my invitation to return. A welcome sight upon a ghastly night. But we shall change it for the better here. We are by nature not immutable, and to transform ourselves is to become who we are. I foresaw within the facets of my crystals that you were headed here again, or through here, I should say. Is there a salve, potion, or poultice that might ease your passage? Heavens, no, Poppet. The greater the effect, the greater the unintended consequence. That much we know is true. There is a balance to creating miracles. Shall one of these suffice? How you were always at your studies, little miss. That you are here suggests how much you have achieved. I always wanted you to visit me. You used to say it was impossible. Now it's my turn to say something is impossible. I've been practicing enchantment for 3/4 of my life, and have yet to ever change the essence of a thing, only the form. But the pursuit, I find, is fascinating without end. Fie on that never-ending fleet of ghastly sailing ships, all headed for the mountain of the gods. My little isle sometimes gets right in the way. No hospitality awaits their boorish crews, whilst I replenish my supply of firewood. Oh, heavens, no! In actuality, it could be rather all too quiet with only the rustle of the vegetation and the snuffle of my piggies and the like. I more than welcome your returns. Welcome, Poppet. Though, forgive me that I have not invited you inside my little hut. Such hospitality I don't extend to anyone, and I make no exceptions, not even for you. I'm grateful that you understand. Of late, I share my simple home with beasts, but that is all. This Isle of Aia is not mine, of course. Rather, it's my dear companion, and can be yours. So please, help yourself to anything you need whilst here. Something felt different just as you arrived. It's moly, isn't it? And quite a lot, as I perceive. You need no such protection in this place. A miracle it does not interfere with your own craft. Some earn my caution sooner than my love. Moly has a stifling effect I care for not at all, so much so that I have learned to negate it. As you have no need of its powers here, it shall do neither of us any harm, though do be careful, little miss. Aha! I knew you would arrive just now, Poppet. No innate gift of foresight required, merely intuition and my crystals hereabouts. Have you incorporated any into your routine? Mother Gaia's multicolored bounty. Oh, I sometimes envy that you live beneath the earth where crystals and gemstones grow in abundance. Each has its special properties suggested by a single touch. Oh, how brilliant they all are. I oft forget we share some kinship, do we not? My father is the shining sun itself, the Titan, Helios, distant accomplice to the gods, not close with anyone. But he is brother to the Lady Demeter, my aunt, who is your grandmother, correct? Quite veritably so. Though you'll forgive me that I've shied from all of it. Amongst family, I was expected to act differently with each and every one. I scarcely understood how to be me. Things are much simpler on this isle here. Our Lady Hecate would sometimes tell me of your progress, and let on that you attuned to the altar of ashes at long last. How marvellous! For the arcana have so much to offer us. Collecting one's thoughts is valuable enough. Mine own, at least, are prone to scattering. As for your innate strength and magical acuity, perchance we shall discover even more. How fares my marvellous Discura, little miss? I knew that you were next in line for her, though I still feel a bit emotional to see my favoured staff again. Our Lady Hecate had to do more than a bit of prodding to make me give her up. Oh no, I mustn't. We had our time. Long had she grown heavy in my hands before I passed her on besides. May she protect you just as fiercely as I know she can. You've one of great Selene's precious blessings on this eve, that I can tell, Poppet. Even from afar, the moon has always kept me company. Her light can be so utterly transformative. That may well be so. Who is to say where our true nature lies? A spell of transformation is a spell of revelation. When we change, we become more like ourselves, not less. What has the world come to, little miss? Oh, living on my little isle, I must have been the last to learn calamity had spread all from the heavens to beneath the earth. Oh, we immortals and our warring ways! What example do we set for mortal kind? But I know certain battles must be fought, and I remain committed to our Lady Hecate and you. How lately is the temperament of our Lady Hecate? Long has it been since last I basked in her wisdom, for I have wisdom of my own, she says. You must have needed her attention more than I. I know, and I apologize that I insinuated any feelings of resentment on my part, for none exist towards you, let alone her. You have my word, Poppet. It's just... she was like a mother to me. Oh, how she hated when I told her so. You and I are much alike in that our Lady Hecate discovered us when most we needed someone such as her, Poppet. Perchance her similar affinity for beasts made her take some pity on me then. A witch amongst the polecats and the pigs. I owe her this and more. When I was a young outcast, practicing an art oft thought to be profane, it was Our Lady who discovered me and showed me that my path led not to ruin, but to harmony. It veritably is a long and winding path, but one I shall not stray from any more. I have seen neither hide nor hair of that Medea as of late. Her charge was far less pleasant than my own, having to watch over that ghastly town. I worry she's developing bad habits practicing in such a place. Since she was old enough to think for herself, yes, to fend for herself, I should say. She may be my niece, yet she was always far more interested in our blood's other properties. At least she hasn't put a curse on me, as far as I can tell. I wonder, does our Lady Hecate as yet consort with that tactician shade of hers? Swarthy in his mortal days, not of surpassing stature, prone to talk. Oh, what was his name again? Oh, no reason at all. It's merely that he was a flighty sort, as I recall, quite prone to wandering about. So his continued service is a bit of a surprise. A pleasant one, mind you. Once I relocated this isle, the journey to the crossroads became much more arduous. As for Odysseus, yes, him and I have met before. Him and his pig-headed crew. A different age, Poppet. Perchance he's learned a bit since then. All of this seawater must feel very disconcerting, little miss. For me, though, it feels rather much like home. Even the depths of Oceanus bring a sense of comfort more than fear. Oh, yes, I do indeed. I grew up underneath the sea, and Scylla I remember from my youth, always yelping about this or that, as deafening. Perchance why I prefer the silence now. Nectar! Oh, thank you, little miss. I've made attempts to brew my own, but never get it right. Though why don't you take this in kind? Think of it as a little island souvenir. Good heavens, more for me? I'm unaccustomed to receiving gifts here on my little isle, though I'm pleased to try and get more used to it, if you must so insist. Fang and feather, tuft of wool, dusky wing and horn of bull, little seeds and bigger fronds, stones from rivers, moss from ponds, bubble, tea leaves, ocean breeze, briar thorns and wax of bees, gust of wind and spray of sea, clump of soil, branch of tree, apple pieces, olives, figs, ginger roots and cypress twigs, lichen, garlic, bark of pine, dash of oil, drop of wine, cap of mushroom, skin of snake, lemon juice and sand of lake, coiled vine and peat of fens, sugar beets and egg of hens, onyx crystal, python scale, morning dew and fingernail, silk of spider, tooth of shark, ray of light and mote of dark, heap of soil, chip of stone, harpy feather, knuckle bone, cotton plant and shard of flint, cherry pit and sprig of mint, bit of toadstool, claw of cat, heat it, stir it, that is that. Hoof of pig and fur of hound, brew a potion safe and sound. Moly petals, I've a lot, boil, simmer in my pot. Bask in moonlight, all of you, till you be this witch's brew. Is that who I think it is? Oh, hello. Oh, you're back. Welcome back. I knew you would arrive. You're just in time. Little miss. Piggies, look who's back. How very fortunate. Come, don't be shy. It's you. There you are. So mote it be. So mote it be. Then very well. Then you shall have it. Then you shall have it. Bless you, Poppet. That is your will. Go now with grace. Isn't it marvellous? Be safe. It is done. Our Lady protect you. Together we shine. Yes, hello. And to you, and to you, and hail to you, and peace to you. You too. Our Lady thus decrees, and you in kind. And you in kind. Thank you, Poppet. Never has she not. Hear that, Selene? Selene never fails.